Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and today I am in Washington, D.C. This is my second Who'd Win and Why, which is also the second Who'd Win and Why of the season that I'm going to be doing while I'm on my vacation. So the last one, Thor vs. Green Lantern, was when I was in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So if you go to my channel, you'll find it. Remember, Thor vs. Green Lantern, Who'd Win and Why is the title. But this time I'm in Washington, D.C. I've been doing a lot for the past few days. Today, I believe I went to the Spy Museum, the International Spy Museum. I went to an art gallery, and I got as close to the White House as I legally could. So, that was pretty fun. And, I'm going to be doing a lot more things in DC for the next few days and stuff like that. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the next Who'd and Why, which is happening right now. And this time we got Predator versus Kraven the Hunter, the two famous hunters. Now, these two are very good at their jobs, like they're both like highly trained hunters. But this time, a hunter will become the hunted. So, Who'd Win and Why? Let's find out. So I'm just going to say this right now. I know more about Kraven than I do know about Predator. I don't know too much about really either of them, but I know Kraven more than I know the Predator, because I've been more, I'm more familiar with Marvel's, particularly Spider-Man, hence that there's been a lot of characters on the show about Spider-Man, like Spider-Man villains and stuff like that, and there's more to come later. But anyway, I'm more familiar with Marvel than I am with Predator. I don't really know that much about the whole, series of, Predator stuff in general, where Predator's from. But I did, doing some research and seeing, seeing other things that people have sent me about, Predator. I actually quite like him. He seems like a really cool character, and, he has done a lot of cool things, too. But yeah, now I know a lot more about him. Sorry. So now now I'll talk a bit more. So I'll start off with Predator. So Predator is he's one of many, he's a trained, hunter and a trained warrior as well. He does have a mask which allows him, I think it mimics voices, and it can even shoot a laser, so that's pretty cool. He doesn't use it that much, but know that he can do that. What else? He doesn't generally he doesn't have that much armor. I'm just gonna put that out right now. He doesn't have that much armor. I think really the only armor he has is his mask, his armor mask, and his his armor helmet, I guess, and stuff on his legs. I believe that's all the armor he has. And usually when weapons are out of the question, he likes to take those off. I think maybe for a fair fight or something. With both Kraven and Predator, they both have this honor thing that they want to have a fair fight and stuff like that. But so maybe that's probably the reason why. When it comes and let me go over the other weapons. So he has the plasma caster, which I believe shoots plasma beams or something, which can actually kill an unarmored man in one hit. So that's pretty powerful, And what else can he do? What else does he have? He also has his disc thing. The name has slipped my mind right now. But I know that it's self-guided, and it can decapitate people very easily with one hit and stuff like that. So that's pretty powerful if someone's not expecting that, So that's pretty cool. What else does he have? He also has a scimitar with him, I believe, which is really rather cool. I had no idea about that. He also has wrist blades, I think, and gauntlets as well. The wrist blades I think they can shoot out, but it's as a last resort thing, because they're gone after he uses it. So just something to point out. Physically, and I'll get into the physical stuff. Physically, the Predator is, he is strong, fairly strong, much stronger than a regular, a mortal man. He is also quite fast and agile, being a hunter and stuff like that. And his durability and stamina-wise is really high up there. He can take bullets, tank bullets, and actually, take, machine gun fire and stuff like that, and even avoid it if he has to. But my point is that he can pretty much do it with minimal injuries to him. He can pretty much get back up from it. Obviously, too much is going to be, pretty fatal if you keep doing it. It's not like he's completely resistant to it. But the point is, it's not going to be that bad for him if that happens. So that's most of what I know about the Predator. If I think of anything, I'll come back to that. But now let's move on to Kraven the Hunter. Now this is where I know more about. I know that he drank I think a potion made of herbs or something like that. That might not be 100% correct, but he now has superhuman strength, speed, durability, agility, stuff like that. And stamina, reflexes, senses. Senses is a big thing because he can sense a lot of things. One thing more about the Predator is that he does have a cloaking device as well. I think that's important. And Predator also has I think regular weapons, kind of like nets and stuff like that. Because he's just a hunter, but generally his weapons are very futuristic, the more powerful weapons. So but anyway, back to Kraven. So he does have superhuman senses. He is very, very strong. I believe he can lift up to 2 tons. I think that's pretty impressive. He's very, very agile, very fast. He can keep up with Spider-Man. He can beat Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's the guy that can lift over 10 tons and take grenades to the face. So that's very impressive. And another thing to point out is that he defeated a villain called Vermin, which took both Spider-Man and Captain America to defeat. That's insane, single-handedly can defeat a guy that takes 2 very powerful, physical-wise, super soldier and superhuman to beat. Wow, that's crazy. And yeah, he can keep up with Spider-Man. I believe he can also outsmart Spider-Man. He's a great tactician and strategist. He is known to be in his world the world's greatest hunter, and that's why he's been trying to hunt Spider-Man, even though Spider-Man is harder to catch than any animal really that he's encountered, though that's obvious. I believe he's as strong when he's at his best. He's I think stronger than a gorilla and faster than a cheetah. So again, physical wise, crazy. It's he's a very good fighter. He's also a very good fighter. He's a better. I'm just gonna say this right now. He's a better martial artist than Predator. He knows a lot of martial arts. He's a master of hand-to-hand combat, and he prefers to use hand-to-hand combat. He does carry a lot of weapons with him, like knives and I believe some rifles and stuff like that. But it doesn't really mean anything because he doesn't like to use them. He prefers killing with his bare hands. It's like this hunter honor thing. He prefers a fair fight and he doesn't like to use those weapons. And he actually shuns weapons like guns and grenades. And that makes me wonder, well, why does he carry things like that? Doesn't that limit his mobility or something? I don't know. But the point is, he is a very skilled fighter even without them. But generally, he doesn't like to use them. Again, he shuns some weapons. I don't know why he has them, but that's But he is skilled with a rifle. He's a very good master at hand-to-hand martial arts. Again, this is the guy that can take on Spider-Man, and he tangles with him every day. So this is maybe not every day, but you know what I mean. Every time he meets him, he can tangle with him. So that's pretty insane as well. He has I believe he has adamantium gear. It obviously doesn't cover everything. It doesn't cover his head or his neck or anything. I think some stuff along the arms as well is not even covered by any clothing whatsoever. So that does leave some weak spots. Sorry, but that's just some things. He is very fast. Physically, he's able to dodge bullets and stuff like that. He can move faster than the eye can track. So physically, Kraven is very superior to a regular human. So now I'm gonna try to go into who I think would win. And honestly, this fight is very, very close. Not because they're very similar, well, they are hunters, but not because they're very similar, but just because it's hard to think about how this battle would play out. Because when you really think about it, Kraven surpasses Predator in everything that has to do with physically he surpasses him. He's above him. He is far stronger. He is faster. Probably obviously more agile, though Predator is agile and fast, but Kraven, I'm assuming, is probably more fast and agile than him. And obviously he has the senses, he has the reflexes. Physically, Kraven destroys Predator. But Predator does have the futuristic weapons, and Kraven doesn't really use many regular weapons at all. But he usually relies on his speed and his his animal hunting skills, and his like bare hands and like hand-to-hand fighting. That's usually like where he can overpower his opponents. It is hard to say though who would, and Kraven does have the better armor probably. I'm assuming he has more armor, at least. So now it's hard to say, it's really hard for me to say who would actually win this fight, who would logically win this fight. And I have seen that like again, the people who say that Kraven would win is that he's so much more stronger, faster, he can tangle with Spider-Man and many other different people. But then there are people that say that Predator is just, if he has the weapons, he'll win. There's no way Kraven can really get around that, and Kraven doesn't use any weapons. So it's really hard for me to pick a winner for this one, but I am going to give it to the Predator. And I know there's going to be someone, no matter what I said, there's going to be someone that's going to argue that point. And I probably missed something important, so please tell me in the comments below exactly what I missed. But please, before you do that, hear me out why I think Predator would win. Okay, first of all, where was I? Anyway, first of all, yes, Predator does have better weapons. He does have his self-guided disc thing. Again, I can't remember what the name is. It'll come back to me at one point. But remember, it's like self-guided. It can decapitate someone very, very easily. And even though Kraven does have more armor, he doesn't really have any protection. Even with the superhuman durability, you normally see that more when it comes to actually like when someone's actually like slamming down on him, like when they're actually like fighting him, he can get back up from like punches and stuff like that from Spider-Man, which again is crazy. It's really insane. But I don't think his skin can really stand up to anything like the wrist blades or the disc, the self-guided disc. It can't stand up to that, I feel. And that stuff is stuff that Kraven might be able to dodge for a while since he is faster. But in the end, I feel, and also the plasma caster. In the end, Kraven is the only way Kraven can really win, I feel, is if he can get close enough to actually, because he's going to destroy him in close quarters combat. But he doesn't really have the means to put him down, because it does make it tougher for anyone to kill, but particularly for the Predator. Predator can get back up from gunshots, and he can dodge them anyway. But Kraven doesn't use guns. He doesn't have any of the things. It makes it so much harder for Kraven to do his job. And Kraven is, like with the guns, he's not going to be able to put him down really easily. It's gonna, yes, it's going to sense him and whatever, and he's even going to get past the cloaking device or whatever because of his senses, if he can pick up on his scent well enough. And he is going to destroy him in an actual fight, but that doesn't mean he can actually put him down, and the self-guided disc can actually come back and decapitate him before he can even get a chance to react if he's too busy fighting him. In the end, the versatility edge goes to Predator, and most of these things he can't even survive. The plasma caster, a few hits might even kill him. Because even if he does have armor, it can kill an unarmored guy in one hit. And it's not like Predator doesn't have any sort of fighting skill. He is a trained warrior. But, generally Kraven's better. But my point is that Predator has the weapons. He has the futuristic weapons. Kraven doesn't use that many weapons at all, and it doesn't even matter really that he doesn't have that much armor. Predator, it doesn't matter that he doesn't have that much armor, because again, we're talking about this guy using his bare hands, and I know that he is stronger, but in the end, Predator can take gunshots with minimal injuries, multiple gunshots with minimal injuries, and I doubt that Kraven is going to have any way to get past that, because he doesn't use any of the weapons that he has. And the Predator is, generally, I'm not going to try to argue who's just a better hunter, and probably Kraven has fought more powerful people, like Vermin, Spider-Man. I think he even once fought Captain America or something like that, I think. But the point is, I don't see Kraven killing Predator. And if he can get him, and if Predator can get Kraven, If he can get him distracted, then his decapitating disc can kill him. It's pretty easy, to be honest. But again, it would take a really long time for Predator to actually get an opening like that, because Kraven is very fast. He is going to probably go straight for a fighting thing, and like, yes, Predator, it does have his wrist blades, but he is he's gonna want to get some distance in order to actually use like his long range weapons and stuff like that. But generally, I do feel that eventually he's gonna do it, because I think Predator will just keep getting back up, and even if Kraven keeps getting back up, a few fail stabs to, let's say if he cuts off his armor or whatever, or even if he can pierce through the armor that he has, he might be able to, because I don't think adamantium is all that he has, I don't think, anyway, because again, this is only from the stuff I've known, and again, the decapitation, but again, this is all just what I think. Again, I don't know everything about these characters. If you guys really think that Kraven would win, I honestly don't blame you. This is a close fight in my opinion, and I might be wrong. So if you honestly think that Kraven would win, please tell me, and please tell me why. I really want to know why, because I do think Kraven has the potential to win, but if you really think that he would, and there's like a really good reason why, then yeah, tell me in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this episode, please give me a like, comment down below what episodes you want to see in, like, let's say season 3, and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. That would really help me out, and yeah, that would be really awesome. So guys, thanks for watching my video, Predator vs. Kraven the Hunter, who'd win and why. Next time, we got Lizard vs. Man-Bat, and that is going to be in my own home, in the regular filming spot, because I've been burned out today. I've been doing a lot of stuff today, and, you know, filming a video after that. Ugh, I'm so tired. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you later, and have a good night.